Holy cow, guys. It's been 3 years since I've been to this park. It is awesome to be back. And oh my gosh, this is the first day of like 24 days that I will be on the road. And why not start it off well with a Six Flags park that I have mixed reviews on, but that's because it's, like I said, it's been 3 years, and I think I might have a different, broader opinion about it. So very excited. We're going to get a lot of footage today. I like what I've been doing, where I've been doing more footage and vlogging, so the videos aren't as long. But I will do some vlogging today as well to kind of keep you up to date on what's going on. For Monday, it looks pretty crowded. I'm actually a little bit nervous. Because every time I've been here, it's always like extremely crowded, but let's see how it is, and hopefully it's not too bad. There's Green Lantern. I see Nitro actually in the background going up the hill. I can't wait to get a lot of footage of that. I have not been on Zoom and Draw yet either, so I'm going to get on Zoom and Draw, and oh my gosh, Kingdom Come, it's going to be great, and I'm excited. Oh boy, it looks like Skyscreamer's already running off to a good start. Some footage of the coasters, but it's 11:25 or basically 11:30. I'm gonna get a drink, and then I have a meetup at 12 o'clock that I want to be prepared for, and I don't want to ride rides and make that late, so I'm gonna head to that. So it looks like Kingdom Come will be my first ride of the day, which I am fine with. And on the way I'll get some footage and get drinks. And I can't wait to actually meet other enthusiasts that are here. Oh wow! Already this park is a lot better than I remember. I remember being a lot run down. I don't remember this much landscaping. The pathways look really nice actually, so I'm in for a treat, I think. The switch track, they're bringing this train back because someone had their phone on the ride. Oh, poor suckers. I didn't even realize they actually switched the track, but yeah, they're bringing the other train in, and I guess they're gonna catch the culprit that had their phone out. I mean, I understand why they're doing this. Like, let's just kind of talk real quick. We'll say it makes sense. Like, I understand they're being a lot more strict because of what's happening. I mean, the phone falling out. But, I mean, I understand why people, like, do not like lockers, but I've never heard anybody actually think about the fact that they have a multi-use where you get to use you get to move your locker around for free with just one payment of $8. It is a little bit expensive here compared to the $5 at the SeaWorld parks, but still, like, you don't have to pay every time for a locker. You're just paying for one price, and then you get to have it free for the rest of the day, which I'm fine with, because I understand ride safety. Like, they're trying to keep people safe. And I've heard a lot of people have lost glasses, phones on this ride. This ride will eat up your belongings. And even with my cargo pants, I was a little bit afraid. But I mean, I was able to survive. And I still have my phone with me, which is good. But just be warned, like, don't do it. Because even then, if you try to record, which I know I used to do, I don't anymore, because it's not right. Don't put your phone out, don't record. Make sure you have permission if you actually want to record on this, because like what you just saw with that train, that same thing will happen to you. And I think and now they've shut down the coaster. They've got to bring people in. And they're probably going to find the culprit or some who had their phone out. Oh well. Six Flags Park. It was so fun. Man, what a cool ride. This is the parachutes at Six Flags Great Adventure. I don't know if there's any more of these. I know there used to be one over in Texas, but I don't think there's, I think that's the last one. That was so cool, actually. They should start reinstalling these at parks because I had some great views and it was just overall just a nice little fun ride. I enjoyed that. Just watch this get stuck. Come on, El Toro. I haven't even earned you yet. I gotta ride the bull. Oh my gosh, so many memes are gonna come from that. In time, like the past 30 minutes, El Toro once again is stuck in the same spot. I'm guessing because somebody had their phone out because they just did that for him to come. Oh my gosh.
Oh, they got stuck. I'm gonna do it. Nah, I'm not gonna risk it picking out. That was terrible. Winaway Mountain train is finally running. Not really.
so far it's been a really nice day at Great Adventure. I met up with 2 enthusiasts right here. We have Griffin, you've seen him all over the place. A lot of people know him. Six Flags Great Adventure. I mean, what so far? How's been your day?
It was good, actually.
It's been your favorite ride so far?
El Toro, as always.
Yeah, El Toro was really interesting for me. It felt really bumpy, but it was still very fun. The airtime was nuts. Still not a
where like this
interesting.
way they would.
Yeah, but he says Bizarro over El Toro. I mean, opinions matter. That's fine. So right now we are heading over to Nitro. I haven't ridden that yet, but I've done Kingda Ka, Zumanjaro, Joker, Harley Quinn, Crazy Train, Bizarro, and El Toro. Oh, it was just really nice. This park is definitely a lot better than I remember. I'm glad I finally get to come back to this park. It's now once again, my favorite Six Flags park, beating over Georgia. Not by a long shot, but just enough to be #1. So it's been really nice. So Griffin, is it your favorite Six Flags Great Adventure?
It's my favorite Six Flags park, and I actually been to the same 3 as you.
Oh, nice.
I went to Six Flags Over Georgia in 2015.
Yeah, what do you think about Over Georgia? Isn't it cool?
It is cool.
Yeah. Stop.
But I didn't have that much time, like today where the rain poured down.
Oh. Yeah, I had a lucky day. Mine was just time crunch. We got the awesome Skull Mountain there.
Nitro.
And I
forget, how do we get there? Nitro was the hardest coast to get to. Oh, nice little waterfall. Get some footage of that later. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the footage so far. I've got a lot more coming. It's just a beautiful sky, so I'm getting really beautiful videos and settings. We also we're gonna do Justice League after Nitro, which I believe is in the same area as well. So I'm very excited for that. We have to go back around? Is it back up in the front, or is it in this area? Oh, like, it's down by Dark Knight, right?
It's past Dark Knight.
Okay. So over by where the chiller used to be? Oh, there's the Nitro entrance. So we're gonna go ride Nitro, then Justice League, and then we'll get to Batman. And I might ride Batman. We'll see.
Justice League is out ahead. Having a wild time taking over Metropolis. We just can't wait for these victims, volunteers, to come.
The communist stuff is you pass through those doors and head out on a mission. You're such a party asylum. It will be long before you are locked up like a Justice League.
Their imprisonment is long overdue. Only when I'm in control of Metropolis will true justice be restored to this great city. Trust me, if I could rid this city of these so-called heroes without the assistance of the Joker, I would gladly do it.
Come on!
Need to get the Justice League reserve team inside Star Labs to deactivate any explosives before the whole place goes up. Cyborg, make sure the reserve team is inoculated with your vaporized antitoxin.
Roger that, Batman. Each vehicle and the reserve members will pass through the antitoxin gas as they head out on their mission.
Good. Get back to prepping the volunteers.
This
firearms being discovered at recent crime scenes. Is this the signature of the new criminal in town?
I can't comment on ongoing investigations. That said, I have full faith that Gotham PD will bring this perpetrator, whoever he may be, to justice. Next question.
What do you say, Batman? Should he be incarcerated for taking the law into his own hands, or praised for protecting our city?
Well, I think he should be locked up if he keeps stealing my press. My priority as this district attorney is not that. My priority is to return this city to a time when we didn't need a Batman. When law and order alone was strong enough to fend off the criminals, corrupt Batman. We are corrupt. Why so serious? Our first target will be the citizens of Gotham. You give it? I have full faith in afraid in crimes in the Batman.
What do you mean, Batman?
I'm heading out. Park is closed. I got the last ride of the night back row on El Toro. What an amazing experience. I will say this thing has gotten bumpier though. This thing actually does have a lot of bumps, especially the turnaround right here. You would definitely feel a lot of bumps. I will say that was the one disappointment, is that this thing is not as smooth as RMC's, but it still packs a punch. But yes, it is on the rougher side. So that was the unfortunate part. But other than that, this is a kick butt ride. Nice little boat ride. Nice theming too. This park is, wow. Wow, this park is a lot different than I remember. It's definitely cleaned up. The pathways are beautiful. There's actually a nice vibe to this park. There's actually some theming. The Golden Kingdom was amazingly themed. And some of the coasters actually have some hint of theming. The Green Lantern was really nice. Bizarro has some nice theming. Of course, Batman the Ride as always. The only place I would really, there are a couple of pathways that really need attention. Some of them just eroded all over the place. So many cracks and it's crusty and it's really bad. But this park is definitely improved and it is really nice. There's some points where I don't feel like I'm at Six Flags Park. But there are still some things that I can see that are Six Flagsy. Like the fact that everything here is either burgers or chicken tenders. No matter what. But there is this place which is actually really nice. Unfortunately, it's not on the dining plan. So I'd have to spend an extra couple bucks to have a gyro or a hero, however you want to pronounce it. The coasters were great. They flip-flopped actually. Nitro's at number 3, Kingda Ka at number 2, El Toro's at number 1. Number 4 is the Joker. The Joker was amazing. I laughed my entire butt off to that ride. It was so awesome. And I had a good ride on it. I had a good experience, so it went really well. I did skip Superman, Green Lantern, Batman the Ride, because I've ridden the clones and I've ridden them before. I didn't feel like it was necessary, because I knew I wouldn't have time to ride all the rides, but I did get a lot of footage, and I did say in my Around the World that I have ridden them, because I know what they're, I still remember the experience. Green Lantern, it's still stuck in my head from when I rode it back 3 years ago. I even though it's 3 years ago, I still remember it fresh as clear as day. So, Superman's really nice. Superman's got clones all over the place, and I'm not a big fan of that certain style of flying coaster, so I was fine to skip it. I got to try the parachute thing. That is so cool. That is actually a really cool ride. I wish there were more of them. I think this is the last one left. I know there was one at Over Texas, but that got removed. So I wonder if there's any more of these. That was just so cool. I wish these rides were still around. And I love this boardwalk area. It really brings off the boardwalk vibe. You can smell the corn dogs in the food court over here. It's really cool. And the lighting is really nice. Lots of midways. Love the theming of boardwalk. Now it's time to go buy a shirt, and I'm going to kind of end this vlog, a little bit of a mini vlog out, so we don't have this video really long. But we'll kind of talk right after I get my shirt and I leave the park. Alrighty, I am leaving the park with a smile on my face. It's great to be back. I'm glad I returned, because this was one of those things where I thought Great Adventure wasn't that good, and it probably wasn't, because I talked to an employee. You know who you are. Shout out if you see this video. And shout out to one of the Coaster fans that met me. Shout out his Facebook page. I forget his name already. I'm really bad at remembering names, but shout out to him. And yeah, back to the ride-up where he even said that he saw this park improve. So I guess back in 2014, this park wasn't at its best, but now it's a beautiful Six Flags park. It's just a beautiful park in general. Like, I was blown away. So it looks like that it looks like Six Flags is starting to get back in the game. And even I thought the Joker was a good ride. It was a nice, solid thing to Great Adventure. Makes the lineup more unique, actually. So, and Justice League, oh, that was amazing. Great theme ride. Added even more to this park. It was just fantastic. So I got to get all 3 new credits because I hadn't been on Harley Quinn yet or Blackbeard before. And I also didn't get to do the Dark Knight and of course the new Coaster Joker. So I got 3 new credits and now I'm up to 190 credits. Really happy about that, really stoked. So I'm excited to what my 200th will be. I'm not gonna spoil it now, but I know what my 200th will be. But I want to kind of keep it a secret, video-wise, until you find out what it will be. So tomorrow will be Tuesday, July 11th, which means I will be at Quasi Amusement Park and Lake Compounds. It's about 2 hours from this park, so I might get a little drive up there. If not, I'm gonna find a quick place to sleep because I'm actually very tired. Started off my morning at 5 a.m., getting and finishing up my stuff, leaving at 7 a.m. to get to this park by 10:30. So I got here about opening, and it's just been riding everything ever since. Getting on Kingda Ka, getting a lot of footage, also getting a little burnt because I stayed out in the sun too long. I usually do a mix with sun and shade. However, this park is mainly out in the open, so while there was a lot of trees, most of the trees were kind of just scenery, while there were parts of the park where you were fully covered in trees. Yeah, Superman. Like I said, I didn't get to ride those or Green Lantern. Rode them before, know how they are, didn't really need it. Mainly focusing on the big stuff. So we started out this trip right at a Six Flags park, one of the greatest Six Flags park, and got to meet enthusiasts. One of them was a new fan. He was great, he was funny. And that's just the fun part, it's just meeting you guys. So I really hope I get to meet more of you guys on this trip. I mean, I'm gonna be gone for 3 weeks, and that's the plan anyway. Plans change, so I'm a little bit nervous about this trip. Don't know if I can survive at all. But we'll see how far I get to. And hopefully I get to stick with the trip, but if I really need to go home, I will go home. But I'm still glad I got to go back to this park. Like, I'm really glad. Such a fun park. So. Just a nice big walk. I'm gonna get it back to when we get to the car because we still got a nice long walk to get to. Okay, I've made it to my car. We got very low battery, but that will do it for the first day of my July trip. Start off right at Six Flags Great Adventure. First time in 3 years, I'm glad I came back. So, thank you all for watching. Make sure to check out other park visits that I have been to. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. And as always, roller coaster fanatics, keep coasting.